What's going on, guys, and welcome back to Rail the Gutter. So today I got another review video for you guys. However, this review video is going to be on you guessed it, some EC90 saddles, but I'm sure that some of you avid cyclists have already recognized something about these. These are basically knockoffs of the Specialized Power Saddle. And if you've never seen one of those before, I'll make sure to post a picture somewhere on the screen, most likely up here. So they are knockoff versions of that, and the reason for the review is because YouTube does have some information on these, but nothing really on what it's like riding one of them, right? And there's a reason why I have to here, so I'll get to that a bit later. But not everyone has money or 150 bucks to drop down on one saddle, and that is the price roughly of a Specialized Power Saddle if you buy it brand new. If you buy it used, maybe cheaper, but not everyone has money to replace it if you wreck it. And yeah, that's just what it is. You know, they're expensive saddles, and I'm sure they're great saddles, but they're expensive. So some people, you know, mere mortals like myself and others, we can't buy them, so we go with the alternatives, and here they are. We're just going to jump into some specs, you know, some material, craftsmanship, and then we'll get to the end of it, right? So the opinion. So let's just go ahead and do that. The one on the left, from the back of the saddle to the front end of the saddle, that is 240 mil from here to here. So from the left to the right, or the right to the left, that is 143 mil. The cutout is 155. Now the one on the right, this is 155 mil from the back to the front right here. That is 245, and then from here to here on the cutout, that is 165, 164 roughly. Now you'll also notice that the cutouts are a little different. The one on the left is completely hollow. The one on the right has three little stabilizers. They're like hard plastic stabilizers that are molded into the shape of the whole body of it. Now both of these are basically made out of hard plastic on the bottom. The shape of these is different. The one on the right is a bit wider, so it's more of a wing. The one on the left is more oval. Material, where your sit bones would go, right here. This material is a synthetic, sort of a fake leather synthetic fiber, and that applies to both of them. But the 143 is like printed on. These little markings are printed on along with the logo. The one over here, this one, the markings are actually perforated into the material. So this isn't printed on at all. These are like small holes. I'm not sure if you guys see that, but they're like cut in. And the EC90 logo's right there. And that's sort of a matte black. Looks kind of cool. Yeah, and then besides that, the craftsmanship on the 143 is a bit nicer, I will say for sure. There's like no glue, no real like crappiness to it, I guess. It's pretty straight all the way around. It's pretty symmetrical. The shape on this one is kind of a sway, so it's just like the Power Saddle. So yeah, that's pretty nice on this one. This is the one that I use all the time. Now for the 155, it's slightly different. The shape is more flat, and then the construction, it's a bit more questionable. The glue is just sort of all over the place. There's just wrinkles everywhere, but it's constructed pretty decently. You know, it's not bad. Both of these have a foam inside of them, sort of a white memory foam. There's no gel in these, so we can get that out of the way. There's absolutely no gel, but the padding's pretty decent. The one on the right has a bit more padding. It's a bit softer for sure. The 143 is not quite the same. It's a little stiffer, it's a little harder, but you know, there's still some padding in there, so not bad. The 143 weighs a bit less, obviously, than the 155. This one weighs about 225, 230. This one's about 245, 250, give or take on that. Some of the last things is that the rails themselves on both of them are chromoly rails, and this one, the 143, has a fore aft adjustment of about 67, 68 mil maximum, roughly right in there. The 155 has about roughly 63, maybe 64. 65 is stretching it. I would probably say it's more like 63 mil for sure. And I measured it actually with measuring tape, so yeah, for sure it's not exactly what's on here. It's a little less than that. The last thing is pricing. I got both of these for 15 bucks. Again, I've had these for a while. I got this one on Amazon, that one on eBay. And that was a while ago. Now the prices are a bit different. Obviously everyone's riding a bike, so demand goes up, and when demand goes up, pricing goes up, right? So this one now is I think like 30 bucks on Amazon. This one's like 28 on eBay. And you know, it sucks, but it's still a decent price. Like, it's not that bad, right? Obviously it'd be nicer if it was cheaper, given that they are knockoffs, but you know, it is what it is given the current circumstances, right? So again, I'll post the links down below for you guys to check them out. Maybe if you check out like AliExpress, if you go, you know, down that route, it might be cheaper, but you're going to be waiting a hell of a lot longer, I would think. So yeah, you know, to each his own on that one for sure. So overall, now my overall opinion on the one on the right, I used this for a little while. I only used it for a couple of weeks. The 155 was just, it was too wide for me. My thighs were cutting into this size right here, and the cutout was causing like soft tissue, like, you know, pain. So I just couldn't ride this anymore. So I stuck with the 143. These are not exactly intended to be like commuters. You can use it as a commuter saddle if it's a short commute, but if you have a long commute, you can use this with bibs for sure. If it's a very long commute and you don't have bibs, I would think this is going to be super uncomfortable, and that goes for both of these saddles, the 155 and the 143. For racing, training, and stuff like that, yeah, definitely not bad. I use this for pretty much everything. My commutes are pretty short when I was doing them, so I could just easily sit on this without any bibs. For training, for racing, I've been using this saddle and no problems. Other than that, the fore aft position, you do want to make sure you get that right, and then you also want to make sure you get the right sized saddle for you. So if you do choose to go with one of these, make sure that you do measure your saddle bones, because if you get the wrong one, it can hurt. It's going to be like torture for sure. So you want to get the right one for you. And that's pretty much it. Like I said, overall it's been a great saddle. For the pricing, it's not bad. You know, it's a good alternative for the Specialized Power Saddle. And yeah, I mean, I would say if you're thinking about it, I would say just pull the trigger and go for it. It's not bad. You probably won't regret it. Hopefully you don't get one that's all molded, all weird, because my previous 143 millimeter saddle that I had from this same company, the front was a little wonky, but this one, the replacement after I crashed the first one, actually ended up being better, so I was actually happier with my second purchase. But yeah, it worked out just fine for me. But that's it. I hope you guys liked the video. Make sure you guys like, subscribe, and I'll catch you guys at the next one. Thank you guys for watching.